let me sit down right now because that has totally been me. It's bad.
When night has fallen, when fear is coming, still you're calling me. When faith is lost and my hope exhausted, you will be my strength. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. Yeah, I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me, no, you won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. Feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. No, I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. In every season, you keep repeating promises to me. Yeah, now there's no stopping what you have started until it is complete. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. Yeah, I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. You won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. Feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. Echo in my soul. Sing it out. When my mind says I'm not good enough, God, you're enough for me. I've decided I'm not giving up, 'cause you won't give up on me. No, you won't give up on me. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. Hey, I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out, breaking out. Hey, your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo. Your love is holding on and it won't let go. I feel it breaking out like an echo, echo in my soul. Echo in my
What is up, middle schoolers across our network, all of our campuses, all of our locations? Thank you so much for being here. We're glad you're here. My name is Tim. I'm one of the student ministries pastors here in Chula Vista, and this is my great friend,
Natalie.
Natalie, where are you from?
Torrey Pines Church.
Torrey Pines Church. What do you like about Torrey Pines? What's awesome about that place?
The whole campus is awesome. It's beautiful,
It's so
and
pretty.
I'm there.
Heck yeah, dude. Great reason, right? Hey guys, we're gonna play a really fun game called Sit Down If. So here's how this works. If we were all together, we'd all stand up, and then as we say something that you could have done, you'll just go ahead and take a seat. But since we are virtual, since we're online, if you're in that live chat, I want you to pull that live chat up. I want you to stand up wherever you're at. So if you're in your room, stand up. If you're on the toilet, stand up, do whatever you need to do, but stand up. And then as we say something that you might have done, then you can go ahead and sit down, but also type that in the live chat like, I'm out, or I sat down, and we'll have fun with that. This will be great.
Yeah,
Any questions?
It's awesome. No, that's
Good,
it.
because you're
Let's
hosting
do
this
it.
thing. All right, here we go. Here's the first one. I'll read this one. Sit down if you learned a TikTok dance during quarantine. TikTok dance. Are you a TikTok person?
I am a TikTok watcher.
Yes, that's me too. I haven't braved. Dude, do you know the dances though?
Some of them.
Some of them, okay. I don't. I'm horrible at dancing. There was actually a video in the previous that Jake did a TikTok dance, and I was so thankful it wasn't me.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. All right, let's do it. If you sat down, type it in the live chat right now. I sat down or I'm out. Back on
All
the
right.
toilet, whatever it is. Let's go to the next one.
Next one. Sit down if your family made banana bread.
Ooh,
Okay.
banana bread. Let's go. Do you do
Who
banana bread?
has not done that?
I
Yes.
literally have. That's been my
Yeah.
quarantine food.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you-
I eat it all the time.
We eat it all the time because our bananas go bad. And then what do you do with bad bananas? You can actually make banana bread. Life hack. Okay, let's go to the next one. If you're out, put it in the chat, but let's go to the next one. Ooh, if you did an Instagram Ask Me. If you've done one of those Ask Me with the boxes, I've totally done this, and I always get like 2 responses. It makes me feel very unpopular.
Oh.
Do you do these? Do you do the Ask Me's?
Yeah, I've done one before.
That's awesome. She's like, you sad person. I get 20 of them. What's the weirdest question you've ever gotten asked on an Instagram Ask Me?
I get a lot of questions asking if I can weld.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of friends that weld.
That's the most random thing in the world. I get a lot of questions getting asked out on dates. Actually, that's just my wife. No, but she loves me, so it's good. Anyway, hey, let's go to the next one. Let's go. It's great. I love you, babe. Okay, let's go to the next one. What about? Oh, this is yours. This is yours.
All right, sit down if you have talked to your dog like a human.
Ooh, like a person.
Yes.
Like no dog voice, just full human.
No, just it's your best friend and you're right there.
You have to.
Yeah.
Do you have a dog?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
a little pit mix and he is adorable.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if you've talked to your dog like a human, go on ahead and take a seat, sit down where you are at, and put it in the live chat. If you're still standing, how about you give us a thumbs up or something in that live chat from your bedroom, from the toilet, wherever you're at. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one, let's start getting some people out. Ooh, if you went 3 full days without showering, let me sit down right now because that has totally been me. It's bad. In fact, I went to San Francisco this last weekend when we're filming this, and I haven't showered since like the 2 planes before. It was really bad because you got like that plane smell. This actually isn't social distancing. She's just like, he smells so bad. Have you gone 3 days without showering in quarantine?
I have.
I think everybody should have sat down on that
yeah.
point. Okay, let's do one more.
All right, sit down if you did a puzzle.
Ooh, if you did a puzzle.
All right.
Have you done a puzzle?
I have done a puzzle, yeah.
How many pieces was the puzzle?
1,000?
You did a 1,000-piece
I'm
puzzle?
a boss.
She's like, flex. Listen, I tried to do a 1,000-piece puzzle. It did not work out. Like I got the edges and then I was done. Like I was like, I don't have the patience for it. I'm very
no.
proud of you. Well, guys, this has been Natalie. Thank you so much for coming on to be on Students
Yeah,
United with
thank
us.
you.
We're so excited. But hey, we are about to do a really fun thing called the Dad Joke Challenge. Let's take a look at that.
Welcome to the Dad Joke Challenge.
That is right. It is Father's Day week.
Yes.
Actually, Father's Day is only one day, but it's Father's
For
Day
Father's
week,
Day, I'm
baby.
sure they like that it's a whole week long.
Oh,
so.
you already know. Dad Day.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Some of you might think, Jake, you're not actually a dad, and I would say, you don't know my past.
That's pretty awesome. Jake, do we need to
Yes.
know something? Do we not know something about your life?
We'll move on.
We're gonna move on.
So
what do we
here-
have today?
Yeah, so we are going to be reading some very awkward dad jokes. Whoever laughs first loses. We will probably get one mercy giggle.
One mercy. What is like, dude? So I'm trying to figure out what's like a mercy giggle. Can you like
Yeah.
give our audience an example
Sure.
of a mercy giggle? Like,
It'll be like,
okay, so. That's awesome. Cringy dad jokes,
Cringy,
cringy
awkward, this
giggles.
is it.
This is where it's going down. So you're
Are
gonna
you
lose.
ready?
You ready to take that out?
I'm going to go first.
All right, let's
so
go.
again, whoever laughs first loses. We'll get one mercy giggle first. And here we go. All right.
Let's do this.
Hey, Nick,
Yeah.
what do you call someone with no body and no nose?
Nobody, no nose.
Nobody knows.
That was pretty good. All right, Jake.
Okay, that was good.
That was
You did
pretty
not.
good. That
All
was
right,
pretty
fair
good.
enough.
That was
All right,
pretty
here
good.
we
Okay. Well, Jake, did you hear the rumor about butter? Well, I'm not going to spread it. Okay. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
I don't know.
Because they use a honeycomb.
That was good. I don't have any hair, so I need a comb with honey.
Does
on
that
it.
count? Oh, crap. Okay, my mercy giggle is if I lose the next one, I lose.
You
okay.
lost your mercy giggle. Okay.
Dang it.
Well,
that
listen.
was my
Listen.
dad joke.
Yeah, that was your.
Can you reply to dad jokes and then I laugh? Anyways, I'm mad.
Am I okay to laugh right now at the fact that you?
Yeah, that's
okay,
fine,
I can
that's
laugh right now. Okay, it's safe to laugh.
All
All right. All right. Listen here, Jake. listen, all right? My boss told me, have a good day, so I went home.
That was terrible.
That was terrible.
All right.
Cringe on that one.
Did you hear about the Italian chef who died?
No.
He passed away.
That was good. That was good. That was really good. But you didn't get a giggle.
Ah, dang it. Okay, go
All
ahead.
right.
Here's the thing. From now on, we're gonna do no smiles. So whoever smiles first loses. Okay, here we go.
No smiles.
Why did the math book look so sad?
I don't know.
Because it had so many problems.
I'm not smiling.
That's good. That's good.
I'm not gonna
All right,
smile.
hit me. I'm ready.
I have joy in my eyes. You smile. You see the smiles? Okay.
Right.
Listen, Jake. Whoo! I'm gonna get you. Why did the invisible man turn down the job offer?
Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
They're so bad. All right. I think this is gonna be the last one. You're gonna laugh at this joke. Okay. Here we go. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I don't know, bro.
10 tickles. Did it work? He laughed. Yes, I won. Give me that
gosh,
money.
bro.
Thank you so
Dude,
much.
I-
I'm not even a dad, and I won.
No way, bro. Listen, he already laughed, man. He
Nope.
already laughed. I definitely
Mercy
took that.
giggle.
Okay, whatever. Mercy giggle, whatever you want to call it. Hey,
That was so cringe.
It's
That was
Father's
great.
Day coming up here, and we actually have some videos that were made by some of our students. So take a look at the screen.
Yes.
Dad, I love that you can make jokes with me.
What I love about my dad is how supportive he is in everything I do. He's always there for me anytime I need him, and he loves me more than anything.
I love how my dad supports me and my family no matter what we're going through.
What I love about my dad is he's coached me in basketball throughout the years, and he's taught me about everything I know about the game. So yeah.
I love how my dad's caring and always there for me, and it's nice to know that I have his back.
I like that I'm still in my 20s and my dad is still my best friend.
What I love about my dad is that he teaches me everything that I know, and we spend a lot of good time together, and he prioritizes our family and making sure that we have a good time at home.
Have you ever wondered, hey, I'm a Christian. I have a little swagger because, I don't really feel pain anymore. I'm going to go to heaven for eternity. I am completely Gucci. I've never said that word before. But this is the first time on camera. Well, that honestly was probably me when I first became a Christian. But then I realized that I still feel pain. Not only even that, but I feel it more than I did before. I feel more pain and more hurt. I mean, what gives? Why do we still feel so much pain? Some people call this the problem of pain. There's an amazing movie called Perks of Being a Wallflower, which if you haven't watched, you should watch. It's a great movie. But in the movie, they have this great simple quote. It says, hurt people hurt people. So there's pain, and then people use that pain to hurt other people. And the question is, where is God in the midst of all of this pain? If we're gonna be honest, if I'm gonna be honest, 2020 has been a hard year so far. It's honestly been a year of pain. I remember just 20 minutes before I was speaking one day, I got the news that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. I thought it was fake news because you hear all these stories of celebrities dying, and I didn't believe it at first. Then the more research I was doing, I realized that he actually passed away with his daughter and with, I believe it was 7 other people. Then I had to go up and speak just 20 minutes later. That wasn't my favorite message I've ever spoken, I can tell you that much. And then a month and a half later, middle school ministry is going so well. We were doing Mania. We were killing it. I was excited to spend the rest of the year, the last part of the year, with my 8th graders since I grew so close with them. I spent 3 years with them. We were all excited to see each other every Saturday night. But then coronavirus hit. And now we can't physically have church anymore. So now we're stuck, yes, with the hurt and pain of someone who we idolize passing away. And now we have the coronavirus hit, which now we're forced into isolation. And then just a couple weeks ago, a video surfaced about Floyd passing away. And now racism is surfaced in all of this. So now we're talking about racism. We're talking about coronavirus. We're talking about the deaths of so many people. 2020 has been a hard year. For Kaylee and I, it's all hit pretty home. pretty close to home. For us, if I think about what has recently happened with George Floyd and this new movement that has come out, it's been pretty hard for Kaylia. She's a mixed person. She is African American, Mexican, and white, and we've been pretty hurt bad about all of this stuff happening. With the racism that exists, we've honestly kind of sat back and said, what do we do in the midst of all of this? All this pain. I mean, we've researched, we've read, we've watched documentaries, we've watched movies. We even talked to Kaylia's dad, who's half black, and in the 90s, he told us a story about him and his black friends, and one white friend went to a Denny's, and the owner came out of Denny's, and a white guy, and picked out the only white person in their group and said, hey, we can't really serve you. And then the white friend had to tell the other black friends, including my father-in-law. And the fact that racism still exists and all of these stories are surfacing, and it's almost like it's overwhelming. All of this pain, I'm sure you feel it too. I mean, there's many of you guys who are our black students right now who are struggling. I've talked to many of you personally, face to face, via Zoom. So I'm not sure if that's face to face, but it's on Zoom. And you're struggling with this stuff. And if it's not racism, you're struggling with the fact that you're isolated from all of your other friends, and you're sitting on your pillow at night, not being able to go to sleep because you're thinking, what is my friend group gonna be like when I go back to school? Or I didn't even get to celebrate my graduation. Or I'm not getting bullied at school physically, but I'm still getting bullied online. When does it end? And with all of this pain, where is God? I have an amazing video from a middle schooler who struggled with racism, who has struggled with being bullied. And I actually want to watch this video. The girl's name is I, and she's amazing. So go ahead and watch this video, and then we'll come back.
Hi, my name's Scarlett, and I go to a school called Pacific Coast Christian Prep, and I'm in the 7th grade. Well, before church and Jesus, I was really self-conscious about myself and did not like going out in public. And it was really tough, 6th grade. That's when people started caring more about like looks and everything, and like who they hanged out with and popularity. They started making jokes about me, and at first I'd laugh it off like any other joke. But soon the jokes turned into like threats, and then after that, it turned into like racist like comments. And that really hurt me, and I did not like being half Japanese. I was ashamed of myself for being that, and I just did not like myself. And like later on, I became depressed, and I just didn't want to be here anymore. And I knew about God, but he didn't seem like he was doing anything to help me, so it seemed like I've given up on him.
I love how I was able to be so vulnerable in that video that we just watched. So when we talk about Jesus, where is Jesus? Where is God in all of this? We have to go back to when Jesus was born. And during his childhood, we believe that his father actually passed away. And he passed away to the fact that Jesus actually had to pick up a job, probably the vocation of his father, because he passed away and he needed to help bring money into the household. So he picked up carpentry. You know, it's almost like you or me, if our father died in middle school, right where you're at now, and you have to go work at McDonald's because you need to bring in money for your family, that's pain. Jesus experienced pain. But not only that, I want to look at a story where Jesus helped someone else through pain. And after that, I want to take out just a couple of principles, and then we will end. So I want to check out this story in Mark. So it says this. When Jesus had again crossed over by boat to the other side of the lake, a large crowd gathered around him while he was by the lake. Then one of the synagogue leaders named Jairus came, and when he saw Jesus, he fell at his feet. He pleaded earnestly with him, "My little daughter is dying. Please come and put your hands on her so that she will be healed and live." So Jesus went with him. It says in this story that Jairus, this man who was a synagogue leader, he was almost like a pastor, someone who believed in Jesus, someone who believed in God at least. But during that time, it was actually hard for people like him to actually ask for help, So he knew that he was in deep, deep pain when he was asking Jesus to help him, to help his daughter. So let's keep going in the story. It says this. It says that the synagogue leader, the people said that your daughter is dead. Why bother the teacher anymore? They said to him, his friends. Overhearing what they said, Jesus told them, don't be afraid, just believe. And then when they came to the home of the synagogue leader, Jesus saw a commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. He went in and said to them, why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not dead, but asleep. I would have kicked Jesus out of my home at this point, if I'm going to be honest with you. So I'm the father. All my friends come to me and say, hey, your daughter's dead. Your daughter passed away. And now you're sitting around the bed crying and wailing and you don't know what to do. And then Jesus comes in and says, oh, she's just sleeping. Just believe. I'd be so frustrated if this is the way that Jesus helps people through pain. I don't know if I want to follow this Jesus guy, if I'm going to be honest. Let's keep reading the last part of the story. After he put them all out, he took the child's father and mother and the disciples who were with him and went in where the child was. He took her by the hand and said, Talitha cum, which means little girl, I say to you, get up. Immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. She was 12 years old. At this, they were completely astonished. He gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this, and he told them to give her something to eat. So everything's good, right? I mean, it's kind of a roller coaster of a story. I'm mad at Jesus. I'm frustrated at Jairus. I'm frustrated at the situation. And then Jesus actually completely heals her and things are good. It's kind of crazy for me to think of a God who's experienced hurt before and then has actually helped others through the hurt that they've experienced. If you're anything like me, there's sometimes when I do lay my head on the pillow with all of these thoughts of racism and George Floyd and what's gonna happen after coronavirus, if we're gonna go back or when that's gonna happen. Or I think of all the people who have passed away like Kobe Bryant and so many people. And for me, I can almost think that it's pretty easy to give up. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I kind of feel like the daughter sometimes. Almost dead in all of these problems that I have, knowing that they're never gonna be resurrected. What am I gonna do now? But what's crazy about Jesus is that if you decide to let Jesus in your heart, if you decide to walk with Jesus, to read your Bible, to be praying, Jesus does something in you to make a problem, a pain, and he can actually turn that into a purpose. He can take something that was broken, that was dead in its trespasses, and make it resurrected, make it alive again, even better than when it was before that pain. You know, going back to that story of racism and talking about what can we do as Kalia and me as we're just young people trying to figure out what to do. You know, we've watched documentaries, we've watched all of these things. And not only that, but we decided to protest. We decided to pray together. You know, and Kalia's father is such a great testament of turning pain into purpose through Jesus. He talks about how, that happened in Denny's where he was totally racially profiled. But then if you don't know anything about Canton, his name is Canton Russell, he actually turned into a professional skateboarder, extremely famous, and he's used his platform to make aware Jesus and also to make aware of racism in a huge, broad way across the whole entire world. Some of you actually may know Canton because he's literally done some crazy skateboarding tricks. I don't even know what to say, skateboarding tricks? I guess so. In our services, he's spoken. So for me to hear his story about how he turned pain into purpose inspires me to do the same with my own pain. But here's the catch. The girl who was dead, she wouldn't have just come alive just by herself. No, she needed Jesus to help her through, to help turn that pain into purpose. You know, if you're struggling right now, I'm gonna do something crazy that, I don't know, I almost broke this, but do something crazy that I'm not sure I've done before, and it's this. I wanna put my phone number on the bottom of the screen. I wanna do that. So if you are struggling with pain right now, and if you are trying to turn that pain into purpose by following Jesus, and it's not going so well, text me. I would love to help you work through this stuff. It's my job and my responsibility, and also my privilege that I would love to help you through this. So I hope today, I know it's kind of more of a deeper talk as we're talking about racism and we're talking about pain and how to turn that into purpose. But I hope that this talk is helpful for you, that actually inspires you to actually say, I can do something with my pain if I follow Jesus. I can turn that pain into a purpose. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I'm going to pray real quick before we end. God, thank you so much for all of these students out here who are watching in their bedrooms, in their bathrooms, anywhere that they're at. God, I pray for all of those students right now who are working through their pain. God, that you would help them make and create form their pain from pain to actually some type of purpose in the future. God, that you would help them go from the ashes to go to a better life than they had before even the pain itself. God, lastly, as we end this, as we actually see the last part of I's testimony of how God did turn her pain into purpose, that we would really be inspired by what she is doing. Amen. Cool, so we're gonna end with I talking about the last part of her story.
So one cold day, I was on my roof and I was about to jump because I couldn't handle everything anymore. And so we went to the ER and we went on from there. I decided to go to church and give God a chance again because everyone said God will help you. He has a plan for you. And I started getting into the worship team. And then on the worship stage, it just felt amazing up there, just worshiping God, just seeing everyone's faces all happy and just so focused on God, just made me so happy. If I ever saw someone going through the same thing that I did, I would tell them, I know it's really tough at the moment, and I know you might not think things are gonna get better, but things will get better. And that's what everybody says, but it is true. If you just keep on believing and just keep on surrounding yourself with good people, you know that gradually your life will start getting better.
Lastly, we are heading into our next step, which is our Zoom link. So we're gonna put that Zoom link in the live chat. We'd love to see you there. I would love to talk through all of these elements that we've discussed during this talk. So we will see you in the next step.